What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. You are watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing at Polderbaan. It is Sunday, September 8th already, 2024. And as I was walking up here, things were looking grim, clouded, overcast. And very quickly, in the duration of me setting up stuff here, things opened up. Now all of a sudden, hardly any clouds in the sky anymore. Arrivals take place on Polderbaan, currently the only runway open for arrivals. Departures, for some strange reason, take place from both runways 09 and 24, so departures to the east and to the southwest. The prevailing wind is blowing from more or less the south, as you can see in the meter, in the ticker. First airplane to land, Sky Express flight 8250. Returning from Greece, I see that the focus wasn't set to infinity yet. Now it is. Looked a bit unsharp. Big picture wise, this is what it currently looks like. This is looking to the south. This is looking to the east. This is looking to the north. This is looking to the west. Now, the next airplane to arrive. Ready, getting closer by. Arriving from COVID. No, Mersin, COV, Sun Express, flight 1728, it's a 737-800, flight time 3 hours and 57 minutes, 13-year-old airplane, first flight January 2011. Emirates Sky Cargo next to land after this airplane has landed. Touchdown. This is United Emirates Sky Cargo flight 9906, 777 freighter arriving from Dubai, 6 hours 19 minutes underway, 9-year-old airplane, first flight October 2014. Very good morning to everybody who's joined already. Hope you're doing well. Now, we've got some celebrations going on. Arjan celebrating 11 months of membership today. He says good morning all. Good morning on Arjan. And also, Leroy is celebrating today 7 months of membership. He says good morning. That's not all. We have more celebrations going on today. Also, Sander is celebrating today 9 months of membership. Guys, thank you all so much for your continued support. If something isn't to your liking in the lounge, do let me know. And thank you all three so much for your continued support. Really amazing to see so many members celebrating. And also such long memberships already. Thank you so much for that. See that Lisa is also in the chat. Now, as it happens, she's also nearby. I like singing. I like dancing.
I like planes.
She likes planes. Yes, you do. Here it is. Emirates flight 9906. Arriving from Dubai. Now the celebrations keep on going. Amazing. Evan, one of the earliest members, now celebrating 16 months of membership. And Evan writes, I love me some planes, but I love Maquette a bit more. Absolutely right, that also goes for me. Planes are lovely, cats are even more lovely. Thank you so much for your continued support, Evan. 16 months, you and Jerry and Rick, I think, are the 3 earliest members, and thank you all so much for your continued support. 16 months, holy shit. Now, I'm also happy to report that Mrs. Professor finally has gone green. Greenpeace will be proud. Thank you so much for a year of membership, Mrs. Professor. And she writes, I'm part of the Green Club. You certainly are. Welcome to the Green Club. Thank you so much for that. And oh man, everybody is going green these days. It's hip and happening here at AMS Live. Now there's also airplanes coming in and not just celebrations. This is El Al flight 337 arriving from Tel Aviv. It's Boeing 737-900. 4 hours and 22 minutes it has flown to get here. 10-year-old airplane. They have a special cabinet for the mothers-in-law. And good morning to the Blue Squad as well. Maria, Aphrodite, Austrian Wolf, good morning to you all. JD also in the chat and a lot of other people as well. Frank also. Man. Now I have to go back to the laptop to search for and highlight messages. This one I definitely do not want to miss. Holy fucking cow. Sander, what are you doing? Thank you so much for gifting 10 flipping memberships just now. I hope that everybody who received a membership from you just now will say thank you for it. Welcome to the Aurora Skyline's new members. Don't forget to use the custom emojis that you now have at your disposal for a month. Sander, dankjewel kerel. What the fuck? You really shouldn't have, but you did it anyway. Truly amazing. Thank you so much, my friend. Is this Captain Wheelie? We don't know yet. It looks promising. No. Sadly no. Nice wheelie still. No Captain Wheelie material just yet. KLM member 119 returning from Prague, Czech Republic. Hey there Anja, hey there Marco, hey there Case, hey there Roadhog. Good morning to you all. I hope I don't forget anybody. Welcome one and all. A lot of viewers already in the chat. Also, merci beaucoup, Raphael, who celebrates 2 months of membership and writes, hello everyone, so good to be watching the stream. Raphael, it's good to have you back, mate. Good morning to you too. Merci beaucoup pour les deux membres. Lisa is better in French. What? Subscription. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Well, on paper, Flemish people are better at speaking French than Dutchies are, on average. Exceptions are always there. Anyway. Triple 7-200 United, returning from San Francisco. Jerry says we need 150 likes so I can have shots. Oh dear, is that the bar? Shit. We're at 67 now? No, 76. 76. So that means 74 more needed. Otherwise, Jerry will sober up and will not be able to take shots. 150 likes for Captain Jerry for him to take shots. Let's go. What is the next airplane that we are seeing? It is TAROM Flight 361 arriving from Bucharest. The airplane behind it, Lufthansa A319 arriving from Munich. No baby bus, but TAROM 737-800. 2 hours 24 minutes it has flown to get here. 10-year-old airplane, first flight October 2013. Ah, subscriptions. Pardonnez-moi. Waarom? Daarom. Why? That's why. J.B. Stijm also back in the house. Groningen represent. Good to have you, mate. Now, in the water, all is calm. Well, the water itself is not calm, but in terms of animals, there are a few further downstream, upstream. Looks like duckies. Might be the 10 that we already saw earlier in the week. Here close by, just waves. Oh, and Fidel Kestrel. Fidel Kestrel hunting for Pinky and the Brain. Gee, Bright, what do you want to do tonight? Hey Ricardo, goeiemorgen. Ricardo also back in the chat. Is it cloudy next month? If you go to Crete in Greece. Nice. I hope for your sake it will be better in Crete. This is Lufthansa A319, flight 2302, arriving from Munich. 777-300 behind it, KLM flight 592, arriving from Johannesburg, South Africa. Evelyn also back in the chat. Goedemorgen Evelyn. Say hi to your grandpa for me. Leroy says Lufthansa 747 over you. Oh man, I'm looking around, Leroy. Looking around. Sadly, I'm not seeing any contrails, as you guys can also see. We have a contrail-less sky for the time being. Not sure if it's going to change. Wind is blowing from, I think, well, more or less from the south actually. Southeast looks like so. Southwest looks like so. We should be good in terms of visibility and in terms of sunshine today. Sadly, no contrails to be seen yet, but I will keep my eyes open for them. Maybe we will catch one later. In the meantime, a nice wheelie. A nice wheelie by the pilot flying of KLM flight 592. Jake says morgen from the Westland. Morgen Jake. Wexter Chizek, good morning. And happy to hear, Evelyn, that you're doing good. Also got some nice news. Well, you're making me curious. And do send my regards to your grandpa. Wind on the scale of chimney smoke currently looks like this. Let's have a quick look at the weather situation. Well, let's start with flight radar. So, Orange Pride arriving from Lima, will be going to Lima. That just came alive, is an outbound airplane. Inbound Queen, Cargolux 1138 ETA arriving from Miami. We have another one arriving from Miami, expected 1:30, which I think is going to be the last airplane for today. 7478 Atlas Air. Suriname is flying privilege stall 777-200 from Paramaribo to the Netherlands, expected around 1:05. Emirates expected 12:54. That's nice. That means there's a chance it might land on Polderbaan. Jesus has flown from Luton to Barcelona. Jesus will not be bothering us. So partner will be arriving around 2 o'clock, probably on the center runway then. Wind is blowing from the south-southwest, 14 knots, 4/4. Scattered clouds at 2,200 feet, few clouds at 1,400 feet. The air temperature 18 degrees C, but with the sun shining, actually quite nice. The wind is refreshing. We've applied some sunscreen. Should be good here. Croatia Airlines, flight 450, having returned from Zagreb. Ooh, nice! Nice! Evelyn is going for her driving lessons pretty soon. Congratulations! That's probably the safest option if you drive your grandpa instead of vice versa. Hadi Martijn, goedemorgen. And all others who have joined in the meantime, good morning. Next up, another 777-300 KLM flight 598, arriving from Cape Town. 10 hours and 58 minutes underway. The PHBVO, 9 years old, first flight March 2015. Another wheelie. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Now I keep having to go back to the laptop to highlight messages. This time another one from Jörg. Jörg just now gifted 5 memberships. Jörg, thank you so much for that. You know you shouldn't have. You're already gifting so many memberships so often. I think that most people who ever got a gifted membership have gotten one from you. Thank you so much again. I hope that the people who you have gifted a membership will thank you for it. Welcome new members. Don't forget to use the custom emojis that are now at your disposal. Thought I was going to do smart by doing some cable management, but too tight. I'm going to loosen it up so that the cables will not interfere with following overhead traffic. Sometimes the cables are in the way of me grabbing the control, the zoom remote control. Not in this orientation, so should be good again. Jörg, once again, thank you so much. Welcome new members. Let's see, where were we? Narrow bodies are on the glide slope. We have 2 visible right now. In the foreground, EasyJet A319 arriving from Birmingham. Behind it is Air France flight 1444. Air Baguette A321 arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. Joao asks, how do you know which runway will be used to go watching? I will share the link with you in a moment. This is EasyJet A319 arriving from Birmingham, 49 minutes underway. OE LKV, 13 years old. First flight July 2011. Yo, what up? My dog Alvin. What up, mate? What's going on, mate? What's going on? Hey, woof woof. Austrian wolf and Australian dog. Doggo. So, in terms of runway use, there is the website LVNL where you can find current runway use. That is for right now. And to see the expected runway use, what I use is wind finder to check out what the wind is going to be like, because then I can already deduce what runway use is going to be when the wind is blowing from the south. I know Polderbaan is going to be used for arrivals regardless. If you go to bezoekbus, which is bezoekbus.nl, and if you go to the link verwacht baangebruik, which is Dutch for expected runway use. Oh, that's the archive. Then you click on the most recent one. Here you see landing and starting on which runways from what time to what time slot, and also if there's any expected weather and alternative runways might be used, it will be mentioned on this website. So these are very informative websites to have a look on if you want to know where you need to go to if you want to go spotting at Schiphol Airport. Now in the meantime we missed the arrival of Air Baguette flight 1444, but it has landed. Fresh baguettes in the house, courtesy of KLM South. Next up, the Canadians are coming. Air Canada flight 808. We want money. A330-300 arrived from Toronto, 6 hours and 39 minutes underway. 25-year-old airplane, first flight August 1999.
Alvin loves the camping chair setup.
Alvin already saw the camping chair setup?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the Belgian Queen has to sit royally, right? Need a throne. I'm not your buddy, Frank. He's not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. He's not your buddy, friend. He's not your friend, guy. It is a boot to land. Well, it's a boot to touch down with the nose gear. Maple syrup. Oh dear. Alvin asks if you have a hot chocolate to sip on or a wine. Well, as it happens, I just learned that when the R is in the month again, like in September, that's when hot cocoa season for Lisa has begun. So hot cocoa would be suitable, although with today's weather and temperature, maybe not. Maybe some rosé sparkling wine later in the day. That might be a thing with Belgian bonbons. Nom 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 nom. Is that from The Simpsons? I literally just got the reference the other day. Which one are you referring to? The which reference are you talking about, Alvin? Next up, Sky Express. Arrival from Zakynthos. Ah, okay, the one. Yeah. Oh, that's Homer Simpson whenever he is talking about donuts or thinking about beer or any other food or drink. Yeah, mate. You got some catching up to do if you only just the other day found out about this reference. Here I thought that Australia was an advanced country where they followed... Oh, yeah. Oh, duckies. They've come closer. Well, first... the landing of Sky Express flight 7100. 3 hours and a minute underway to arrive back to Amsterdam from Zakynthos in Greece. Jerry says Homer is from PDX. October 2, by the way. Frank says. Already the chat is about food and drink. I like it. People who might have some autistic traits might not, but Greece is bliss, and there's also bliss here in the water. Look at this. Wah, wah. Butt shots from the duckies. Ricardo is also a fan of Belgian bonbons. Lekker. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Yum yum. Yum yum indeed. Alpha says, I never was allowed to watch it as a child. Strict parenting. Strict parenting. Well, you've got some catching up to do now then, mate. Absolutely worthwhile. At least the first years. Well, I don't know exactly until what season. It did begin to deteriorate later. That's with almost all series, with the exception of South Park, who have remained consistent in how well they are with current event, incorporating current events in a very cool way. Anyway, we're digressing. English is failing, I'm sobering up. Where's the vodka? Got a Dreamliner coming in next. Flying AMS Live logo. KLM flight 749, arriving from Cartagena in Colombia. 78710 Dreamliner. 9 hours 20 minutes on the way. The PHBKI. 4 years old. First flight August 2020. Ronald, goedemorgen. All others who have joined in the meantime, good morning. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We're standing at Polderbaan. Runway 18 right, currently the only runway being used for arrivals. Wind is blowing from the south-southwest. We have a 747 expected in just over an hour, and another one around 1:30, which is going to be the last airplane for today's show, I think. I think in a week or so from now, Suriname is going to replace the 777. They're now leasing from Privilege style, or at least today, and which is also expected later in the morning, and start flying an A340-600, which would be awesome. Evelyn says in an hour and 10 minutes we've got SAS A319 coming in with the blank Star Alliance livery. Excellent, excellent. And John says it looks like a nice day at AMS. It's raining here in Guernsey. Well, we did have rain overnight here. It passed to the north. As I was setting up here this morning, it was overcast, and you can still see the remnants of the cloudiness that was here when setting up further to the north. It's blowing away to the north. Things have opened up, and I think last time I checked the satellite images, it looked like it was going to stay weather like this at least for the upcoming hours. I'm not sure if it's going to stay the way it is right now until the end of the day. Ordinarily, when the sun is going lower again, the cloudiness also reduces a little bit, so who knows. Got a coot over here, just a single coot for as far as I can see. Over there. Got another airplane coming in. Lufthansa arriving from Frankfurt. It's not the only one on the glide slope. We have a Transavia arriving from Olbia in the background. Tom is has returned from 3 weeks in the US. Nice. Hope you've had a pleasant stay in the United States, mate. Carl, good morning. And Evelyn says that the A340-600 is just a longer plane with stronger hair dryers or APUs. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the 600 definitely has more proportional engines to its size. They definitely look a bit more proportional. Lufthansa flight 988 from Frankfurt, A320. Van Hansa. It's Van Hansa. Ah, dat is voor fans. Fans van Lufthansa. Bedoemd. Yeah, Jerry, from behind, still from behind. What direction does the A340 get bird strikes? Yeah, they hit it from behind. That's right. The only airplane to be getting bird struck from behind. Yeah. Hey, they're just plain nuts. Good morning. I know some German, but I am not conversant in Dutch. Schade. Schade. As we say in proper Dutch. Das ist schade, ja. Das ist ja richtig schade. Dass du kein Holländisch reden kunt. Ah ja. Air Canada is coming in after the Transavia has landed. Transavia arriving from Olbia. 737-800, flight 6916. Air Canada flight 900 arriving from Montreal behind it. We zijn dus bij Jensen, goedemorgen, good morning. Koen, goedemorgen. All others who've joined in the meantime, good morning. Heavy is underway. Bank robber of Canada coming this way. We want your money. Air Canada flight 900, arriving from Montreal. 7878, 5 hours 58 minutes underway, 10 years old, first flight August 2014. Behind it is a Chinese triple, China Cargo Airlines, arriving from Shanghai, flight 209, 10 hours 58 minutes. I was rounding it up to 11 hours of flight time, 10 minutes 58, 777 freighter, 1 year old, first flight October 2022. Nice backdrop for glide slope shots. Let's see, we have 182 likes, so that means that Jerry already took his shot, which he could take at 150. When's the next shot scheduled, Jerry? Is that at 200, 250? How many likes are needed for the next shot? And you're right, just play nuts. Schade translates to injury in Dutch. And we say schade with a hard G. Schade. Damage. Damage. Dommage. Damage. all languages are connected. Schade, schade. Schade, damage. Dommage. Hey Berend, goedemorgen. Your mom, 777 freighter coming in next, absolutely. Definitely saw that right. There it is. China Cargo Airlines, flight 209. 11 hours now underway exactly, according to flight radar. 777 freighter, a year old, first flight October 2022. Jerry says that the first class seats on the A340 don't have bicycle pedals connected to the engines. If you're in economy, you have to pedal pedal, otherwise sink rate. Expensive workout. Well, not in economy. And if you're in first, then you have the people in economy pedaling for you.
Nice analogy.
Bom dia, Miguel, who is tuning in from Portugal.
Yeah.
Greg, good to see you again, mate. Hey, we have Ita coming in as number 3, Bombardier C-Series 300. Nice. Beautiful airplane, beautiful livery. Third to land after this one, and the one behind it, KM Malta. Oh yeah! Can you still hear me? Huh? Say what? What? Frank says Peugeot is just a posh French word for rust. Deep down inside I always knew that. Ricardo says, hey boy, ik heb een vraag aan jou. Ken jij ook YouTuber Enzo Knol? I do know YouTuber Enzo Knol by name. I don't know him personally. I don't think he knows me, but I know of him. Ik heb van hem gehoord. Hadi Stefan, goedemorgen. Good morning. Hey, Lance also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. And Lance says, at hot and high airports, A340 economy passengers were invited to fart in unison at takeoff for added thrust. Just saying. I'm not surprised. Fart in unison. Yes. Complimentary beans were distributed to all the passengers before boarding. Right, A320neo KM Malta, arriving from, what could it be? Corsica? Guernsey? No, wait, Malta. What? Airline of the Maltese Islands. Are there more? Are there more? Hey, good morning, Sordo TV, good morning. Nice weather indeed, nice weather indeed. About 20 degrees Celsius, roughly 70 F. Little bit of wind, not too much. And we have ITA underway. Bombardier C-Series 300, arriving from Milan, flight 120, flight time 123, 1 hour 23 minutes. Brand new airplane, meaning less than a year old. First flight was in November last year, so in a couple of months it will be turning one. We have a 3 airplane glide slope shot with behind the ITA BA arriving from London Heathrow, behind it now a nice linear 3 airplane glide slope shot, KLM flight 1850, that's the 3rd airplane arriving from Munich, Embraer 175. And Aphrodite says Malta is an archipel consisting of the islands Malta, Gozo, Comino, the little Manuel Island, and the uninhabited islands of Cominito, Filfia, Filthy, and oh, interesting names. Ah, I didn't know, an archipel. Archipelago? Is that also in pretty sure in English it's a bit different. It's not archipel. We say archipel, archipelago, not sure. Huh. Anyway, Bombardier C-Series in the beautiful ITA blue. Aww. Azzurro, indeed. Ricardo says, hey boy, I have another question. Do you also have a cabinet full of scale model airplanes at your home? I do. I don't, mate. I don't have the room. Well, I do have the room for it, but I never took up collecting model airplanes. Rick has a beautiful cabinet, I think in the meantime too, filled with model airplanes. I don't. Archipelago. Right, thanks Jerry. I knew it was a bit different in English. I just couldn't figure out what it was. It's not exactly a word that you use on a daily basis now, is it? How's your archipelago? Oh, pretty cool. Just cleaned it. Rented it out. My archipelago was a little bit filthy, yeah. Cleaning lady took care of it though. BA flight 430, returning from London City. Outbound traffic overhead. Quiet. Air Baltic 8220. Standard livery. Bon voyage. Now, looking up and around me between the openings, it has become a little bit more cloudy. In the meantime, still pretty decent open chunks of blue sky. Looking in them, I'm not seeing any contrails sadly. Higher up, relatively low humidity or high temperatures or both apparently. Next up, KLM flight 1850. Embraer 175. Morgen. Nee, wij niet. Dank je. Interesting. the guy running, he has a phone. Somebody apparently forgot their phone over here. He in passing by asked if we lost the phone.
The first Embraer.
Huh?
The first Embraer.
First Embraer, a rare Embraer. No, it's not the first, I think. I think we saw a couple before.
No.
Is your memory fading already? That's early onset dementia. Oh dear. Luckily you're a Belgian queen and don't have to do anything. Except sit on your throne, right? Yeah, yeah. Pretty sure it wasn't the first one. It does look like the first butt shot, but pretty sure we already saw a couple of Embraers before. Thomas says, why doesn't he call the person who lost the phone? Oh yeah, that'll work. Sordo says, my name is Ricardo. We have more Ricardo. We also have to number the Ricardos. There are at least 2 Ricardos in the chat now then. Well, only one Lance still, so. But yeah. Mark also back in the chat. Good morning, Mark. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Ready, let us see. Well, oh yeah. KLM 737 just now landed. I was already looking at the next airplane, which also is a KLM 737. Yeah, indeed. Bear with me says you had one Embraer from Prague earlier. Yeah.
I do have dementia.
Early onset dementia. From all that vodka.
Yeah. Your.
My vodka, Right. The parallel arrivals have begun. The first airplane to land on the center runway seems to be the G, arriving from Athens, A321. And KLM flight 1930, arriving from Geneva, is coming to the Polderbaan. That's the airplane we're now looking at. Let's see, Transavia arriving from Ljubljana, I think is going to go to center. 737 arriving from Copenhagen will also go to center. Wouldn't be surprised if they also use the moment of silence that is going to occur after this airplane has landed to do a runway inspection. Do see that a TUI Dreamliner arriving from Willemstad Curaçao is approaching Castricum. Hadi Nico, goedemorgen. Dutch Ricardo says to Spanish Ricardo, tell my fellow Ricardo, welcome and nice to meet you. That's you covered, Ricardo. So, big picture wise, over here in the grass, more people are coming and spotting. Over at the fence, the parking place of the Spottersplatz itself, also more people now. People have brought their own seats. One person is sitting on a bench. Lisa is still sitting over there.
Still no drink.
Still no drink. You have to get it yourself. Self-service over here. Even for Belgian queens. Aegean. Soon to land on the center runway. First airplane to go to center. Parallel arrivals have officially begun. A321. Arriving from Athens. 2 hours and 58 minutes of flight time. The airplane is 18 years old. First flight November 2005. Right. We have to wait a few minutes before the next airplane to Polderbaan is approaching. I think the Dreamliner arriving from... Oh no, there's also a little airplane arriving from London Heathrow. Slowly but surely making its way over here. In the meantime, we will have to wait and have a look at what is going to the central runway. This is Transavia flight 6820, arriving from Ljubljana in Slovenia. Looks a bit pixelated because I'm very far in the top end of digital zoom. This is going back to the top end of optical zoom. 737-800, 1 hour 27 minutes underway. 9-year-old airplane, the PHHSM. First flight April 2015. And there it is. In the meantime, the first traffic to Polderbaan has also come closer, has become visible. Arriving from London Heathrow in the foreground, we have KLM flight 1002, and behind it is the Dreamliner from TUI arriving from Willemstad, Curaçao. And more traffic is coming this way. 777-200 arriving from Las Vegas is also turning in. That is now on the base leg. Approximately. Yep. Good morning, Sven. And all others who have joined in the meantime. Another airplane on the glide slope to center. And here we have KLM flight 1002 arriving from London Heathrow. 737-800, 40 minutes underway, 13 years old, PHHSD. First flight March 2011. Meanwhile, Transavia arriving from Innsbruck, going to the center runway, flight 6610. I think that's a flight I've been on in the winter time. Won't be lingering too long on this airplane because the TUI Dreamliner is approaching the Polderbaan. Flying AMS Live logo, flight 397. Nearly 9 hours exactly underway, 8 hours 59 minutes according to flight radar. 10-year-old airplane, first flight May 2014. And Evelyn says, heads up, very red airplane coming in 8 minutes approximately. We're going to get some playtime over here, nice. Haven't had any playtime today yet. We'll soon get our fix. Ladies and gentlemen, members, dust off those custom emojis. Might also get a butt shot combo. Playtime and butt shots only here at AMS Live. Yellert also back in the chat. Yellert says that the Suparna Airlines 747 is planned for 1:50 p.m. Yeah, so that probably means landing on center. I'm going to stick around until the 747-8 that is arriving from Miami. That is going to be the last airplane for today. My. Anya also has to go. Hey, Dirk also in the chat. Good morning. Next up, KLM flight 636 arriving from Las Vegas. It is a Boeing 777-200ER. 9 hours and 31 minutes underway. The PHBQH, 19 years old, first flight September 2004. Meanwhile, K1 passing by. Ooh, Evelyn is giving us another heads up in about 28 minutes. Chocolate in the wild. Never enough carbs, never enough carbs.
Some
Bonbons. Ricardo asks whether or not KLM flight 601 from LAX already landed. I think it is due later in the day, right? Those flight numbers add up as the day here progresses, so I think it is expected later. And I'm not sure. Jerry is calling it. Here comes a wheelie. I hope you'll be right, mate. Sure hope you'll be right. KLM flight 636 777-200ER arriving from Las Vegas. Let's look and listen. Modest wheelie, modest wheelie. Yep. KLM Asia, flying to the United States of Asia. Mr. Wobbly Hand says, okay, I've only just noticed the butt shot emoji. I'll sit in the corner. And Dirk says, I didn't know the flight numbers of an airline add up during the day's progress. Nice one. Well, I'm not too sure. I thought I noticed it. I'm not entirely 100% sure, Dirk, but I thought it was the case. So don't pin me down on it if I'm not right. I thought I noticed it, but I'm not sure. At least you see progression, for instance, also with Delta. When Delta Airlines Flight 73 is coming in, then Delta Airlines Flight 74 is going out to Atlanta. So I imagine that it is Delta Airlines Flight 178 that is arriving from Portland, and it's 179 that is going back. Or was it 169? 79, right? Yeah. Howdy Clemencia, goedemorgen. Good to see you again. Happy Sunday, and happy Sunday to all other viewers who have joined in the meantime. You are watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing along Polderbaan, runway 18 right. Now at the moment parallel arrivals taking place on 18 right and 18 center. This is a Transavia 737 that is arriving from Mayon with fresh mayonnaise. Parallel to the center runway, German Airways Embraer 190. With wind blowing from the south-southwest. It was 14 knots before. METAR surely must have updated in the meantime. Let's have a quick look at the latest weather. Update that in the METAR, in the ticker. So a quick refresh says that the wind is now blowing more or less in runway heading. Headwind for the pilots landing from 18 right on 18 right with wind 13 knots, 404, and we have few clouds at 1800 feet, and the ambient temperature has risen to 19 degrees C, just under 70 F. Going to paste it in the ticker for you guys, the METAR, the weather report. If you are unfamiliar with what it means, let me also take you through it. It starts off with the airport code, EHAM, that is an international airport code for Schiphol Airport. Then the time and date. The 8th is today, 8:55 Zulu time, that's 10:55 Central European time is the time of the report. Wind, direction 190 degrees, 13 knots of wind. Wind direction is variable between 160 degrees and 230 degrees. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more, 9999. We have few clouds at 1800 feet. The temperature is 19 degrees Celsius. The dew point is 15 degrees Celsius. The air pressure is 1008 hectopascals, and no significant changes are expected in the upcoming 2 hours. This is Iberia Express A320 arriving from Madrid, flight 3722. We have two 747s underway. The A380 is expected shortly before 1 o'clock, so there is a chance that we might also see the A380 land on Polderbaan, the runway we are standing next to. From 11 until 11:40 approximately, parallel arrivals will take place, and from 11:40 until approximately 1 p.m. local time, just the Polderbaan will be used again. That's what it almost always is. That's also what I'm expecting for today. Howdy Danny, goedemorgen. Alvin, thank you for your super sticker mate. Hippo's character's head popping out of the water, surrounded by his hippo squad. I also have my hippo squad with me. Hey! Excuse me, watch the language. Hippo with a sleek narrow body, indeed. Buy me more jewelry. Got a red airplane coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Playtime, A320neo, arriving from Reykjavik, 2 hours and 44 minutes on the way. The airplane is a year old, first flight October 2022. Wah, wah, wah. That's Daffy Duck saying hi. Epic Earth also back in the chat saying hi. Good morning. And we have a police officer on the motorbike. Morgen. No, it's the military police, Marchese. And another one. Yeah, also Marchese. Nice. Marechaussee. Oui, oui. It sounds French, doesn't it? Military police. Bill also tuning in from Seattle. Morning, Bill. Good to see you again. Hope all is well in your end of the world. Playtime, probably butt shot. Hopefully butt shot. I think we're going to be lucky. Get lucky at AMS Live with butt shots and playtime. Want to see more playtime? Go to my OnlyFans page, the link you can find in the community section. 10% discount still applies if you haven't had a look. Do have a look. Also look at the reviews, the comments below the link. Raven reviews, everybody is liking it. Right, playtime it was, butt shot time it is. Check out that ass. Bam. Ass man, absolutely. What? What are you seeing?
Harry.
Oh, Harry the Heron. Yeah, yeah. Well spotted. Harry the Heron also here. In between the duckies. Just chilling. Never mind me. Just chilling here with my duck squad. Ah, hunting time has begun. Right, time for an A321neo that has crossed the Atlantic. Air Transat A321neo arriving from Montreal. Montreal, as they say in French. Flight 324, 6 hours 20 minutes underway. Almost as long as the flight from the Emirates A380 from Dubai to Amsterdam. The airplane is a year old. First flight July 2023. Mrs. Professor says, so that's what you do on Mondays and Tuesdays, your other channel. Well, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays I have my day job, so I only have the Mondays to work on my OnlyFans channel. Means I have no days off in the week. Day job Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays through Sundays, streaming, OnlyFans on Mondays. That's a recipe for a burnout. Air Transat will be giving us a butt shot as well. Peter says Boeing 777-300 from Willemstad comes in 10 minutes. Nice, nice, nice. Meanwhile, few moments where it is not sunny. That is because of a few small clouds, but overall it still looks pretty open over here. Pretty nice. Some higher clouds. This is looking a bit north of east. I would say east northeast. And that's not coming this way. Now, next up, E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Manchester. 49 minutes underway. 2-year-old airplane, first flight November 2021. And that's a no reverser landing. The sluts stay shut. En je huishouden en boodschappen dan, Clementia says. Ja, time management, time management. I literally don't have a lot of time with everything going on. That's exactly why I've stopped streaming on Mondays. So that at least I can get some of the stuff done. But yeah, I'm almost always busy, which is also why I don't have a lot of time to watch other YouTube channels or do other stuff, game or use Flight Simulator or collect miniature airplanes. Almost always working. Doesn't feel like it. This doesn't feel like work most of the time, unless people start bitching about stuff. Alan also in the chat. Morning, Alan. Good to see you, mate. Huggy Bear is in the house. Wants to know where his cut is from the OnlyFans gigs. I thought you were going to come to Amsterdam and collect pretty soon, mate. Thought you wanted me to take you through to the red light district to introduce you for some business opportunities and collect some of your money over there as well. Still waiting for that day that you tap me on the shoulder and says, hey man, I'm here. And thank you for your kind words, Bill, who says you're a hard worker, boy, and the quality of the stream reflects it. I hope it does come across. E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Brussels, KLM flight 1704. Right now, not seeing any traffic coming to Polderbound on short notice. I'm already looking around me to see if I can spot a yellow vehicle on the runway doing an inspection of sorts, which is what I am actually expecting to happen right now, but apparently not. W says 747 takeoff at Kawa, yeah. That looks like an empty airplane, already so high in the sky. Cargo lux to Luxembourg, presumably. Not a lot of fuel on board, probably also not a lot of cargo on board. This is a very atypical climb rate of a 747 from Kagbaan, let me tell you that. Rob Wall, good morning. Brian, good morning. Brian tuning in from northeast England, enjoying the stream as always. Thank you for your kind words. Intervloek Spotter, guten morgen. And all other viewers who have joined. Hendrik, goedemorgen, tuning in from Utrecht. Bob is also back. Oh, we'll be back shortly. Dog wants out. See you in a bit, Bob. Always important. Make sure that the dog gets its walk in time. Flight radar tells me no airplanes coming in just yet to Polderbound. We have to make do with the traffic to center right now. So I'm expecting a runway inspection to commence any time now. I'm not seeing any vehicles on the runway just yet, but it's going to be interesting to see what the 777-300 is going to do, which is now flying base over Castricum. Normally speaking, it would be going to Polderbound, as it is arriving from the west. If it is assigned to Polderbound, then no runway inspection is going to take place, or at least not a thorough one. Jerry also wants to go to the Walle. Okay, well, if you all come in unison to the Netherlands simultaneously, I will be your tour guide, take you to the Walle. We'll be happy to do that. Bill says it looks like a vodka kind of day. Every day is vodka day over here, mate. Every day is vodka day. Speaking of which, I am getting a little thirsty right now. Must fix me a sip of vodka. Bottoms up. Never enough. Also, Alan, thank you so much for gifting a membership just now. I see that Sheila was the recipient of the gifted membership. Welcome to the Skyline, Sheila. Don't forget to say thank you to Alan. Alan, thank you so much for gifting Sheila her membership. That is truly amazing. Another AMS Live member, courtesy of Alan this time. Oink oink. What the fudge? It's going to the wrong runway. The fly pig is arriving from Istanbul. It is an A321neo. Flight 1251, 3 hours and 2 minutes underway. Par for the course, that's a nominal flight duration. The airplane is a year old, first flight April 2023. Hey Yunos, what up mate? Tuning in from Tokyo, Japan. Man of the world, wow. I am doing well indeed, thank you for asking. Hope you're having fun in Tokyo, mate. I've been there for a week in 2016 and I absolutely loved it over there. If you ever want to get to experience a real lost in translation experience, go to Japan. Oh man, Eunice is missing that Dutch weather for sure. It was 36C with a heat index of 47C. Damn. Well, over here it is just below 20C, so nice and comfy. Bit of refreshing wind. Richard also back in the chat. Captain Harry, good morning. Nazi Kingdom, goedemorgen. Nuzzle Kingdom, no. Yeah, that's an L, not an I. Nuzzle, apologies. Okay, no inspection then, just a little bit of waiting for traffic. KLM flight 736 lined up on the glide slope. Coming this way, 8 hours 40 minutes on the way, 777-300 the PHBVR, 8 years old, first flight May 2016. Returning from Willemstad, Curaçao. Highly recommended, Epic Air. Going to Japan, absolutely. Captain Jerry says time to go, bye. Jerry, thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. Hope to see you again soon. Make sure you get that leg proper rest. Make sure it gets well and recovered. I'm sobering up here, I need more vodka. This is not good. English is failing. Maybe my backup needs to step in, take over the streaming. Now it's back to the narrow bodies after this heavy. Sadly, KLM 51406 is the next airplane behind this 777. That's a KLM 737 arrival for Paris. And after that, number 190 KLM arrival from Boshell. Nice wheelie. Nice. Sweet indeed. Indeed, Peter, that was a 10 out of 10 and a soft landing. Mid-KS also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Long time no see, I think. Lois in the chat, Rishi in the chat. Good morning, all of you. I'm sure I must have forgotten a lot of you to say good morning to personally. Welcome one and all. Sticking around until approximately 1:30. There's a 747-8 arriving from Miami. There are two actually underway. One is expected in less than half an hour from now. The second one was expected around 1:30. They're going to land on Polderbaan. Now we might also get to see the A380. Might. Last time we checked, its ETA was 6 minutes to 1. Let's have a quick peek. What's it now? A380 12:57. That's 3 minutes to the hour from 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock. The center runway is also opening up as secondary runway for arrivals. Hey Paul, also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. Mike S, good morning. Ooh, nice. That's an offer I cannot refuse, Bill J. Hit me up if you ever get to Seattle. We'll go tour the Boeing factory and see a 777 being built. Mate, I'd love that. I will happily take you up on that offer, mate. Happily. Thank you so much for your kind offer. Man, I really need to book me a flight to Seattle then. And when in the vicinity, also go to PDX. Jerry also offered to show me all the hot spots to do some spotting from PDX. I need a power supply though. I need a power supply with European outlets. AC, I need at least 2 AC outlets for my current configuration, or I need a power supply that can also take, whoa, it's AC over here. And it's 220 European style sockets. So, because I'm pretty convinced that my power station, which is actually rather substantial, I'm not allowed to take with me on airplanes, which means I would have to purchase power supplies on site. Now, my ATEM mini switcher that I use, I can probably find something USB-C for. I thought I saw that before. I'm not too sure about the power supply for the Canon camera. This is Chucky in the meantime. Our favorite high carb Embraer 190. Oh. With bars of chocolate with nuts in them. That's just plain nuts. Bonbons. Not as good as Belgian bonbons though. I know it, I know it. And the icing on the cake is chocolate cake. Oh. And proof that chocolate doesn't necessarily give you a big bum. Visible here. Butt shot. Maria says, no, you need to win the lottery. Winning the lottery will solve a lot of issues, absolutely. Aphrodite says, Cargolux Queen from Miami arriving in 23 minutes. Thank you for the update. First of 2 queens in the show. 3. Sorry. I'm already starting to hear noise left of me. What? Roadhog says, are you getting a bit chubby, living the good life? There you see it. There you see it. I'm not too sure if I'm getting chubby though. I am in need of a periodic diet once more. Right. Already it seems like Polderbaan is once again the only runway for arrivals. Let's see, EasyJet A320neo arriving from Prague, EasyJet A319 arriving from Gatwick, KLM 737 arriving from Stockholm, Embraer 190 KLM arriving from Aalborg. It's all narrow bodies, 4 of them on the glide slope. The 5th is coming, Embraer 175 arriving from Hanover, flying just north of Purmerend. Aphrodite says that the Queen arriving from Miami assigned to Polder as expected. Always nice to get the confirmation though. Ricardo says, nice bonbons and chocolate cake. I'm already starting to get hungry. I think we all are, Ricardo. They do look good, those bonbons and that cake. Waxachusek asks, is there more crosswind now in Amsterdam? And I'm inclined to say that the crosswind component has only gotten smaller. It was first blowing from the south-southwest and now it has become more southerly. Let's check the METAR. Pretty sure that the wind was pretty head-on. Yeah. Now, if anything, the crosswind component has reduced and it has become more headwind. So there's hardly any crosswind worth mentioning right now. Now, this is EasyJet A319 arriving from London Gatwick. 40 minutes underway. 15 years old, first flight March 2009. Frank says, I'm on a lettuce diet. I can have everything except lettuce. That's a good diet to be on, mates. Particularly with the holidays coming, holiday season. Train guy, car guy, M also in the chat says, good morning everyone. How's everyone today? Good morning to you too. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Hope that also goes for you. Got a nice slew of airplanes coming in for Polderbaan, which once again seems to have become the only runway for arrivals, a bit earlier than expected. Normally this reversal happens, or this change in runway use happens around 11:40 local time. I think already 5 minutes ago well, it's probably even longer ago that we saw the last airplane go to the center runway. This is KLM flight 1216. Now landing, arriving from Stockholm. 1 hour 40 minutes, 737-700, the PH-BGF. No Wi-Fi on board this airplane. The mother-in-law also has to sit in the regular seats. No custom lounge for mama-in-law. Thomas says, I'm on a seafood diet. When I see food, I eat it. I like that one. Oh man. Now we have a rare Embraer coming in. Take a close look at this airplane. Arriving from Aalborg, KLM flight 1284. Flight time 1 hour and 3 minutes. The airplane 8 years old. First flight December 2015. Wow, the cat also back in the chat saying good morning. Mods, AMS Live, mods and geeks. Thanks for your efforts. Good morning, the cat. And all others who've joined. Andre is wildly enthusiastic to see a rare Embraer, and rightly so. These gems. Those pilots are like stoics, just looking dead straight ahead. They should be so enthused about having the opportunity to fly on such a rare airplane. They just seem to be so unenthusiastic. Incroyable. Grietje 6, goedemorgen vanuit een bewolkt Friesland. So in the north of the Netherlands, it is still cloudy. I feel for you, Grietje. Goedemorgen. So, did Rick Meester do a rain dance then? Did it backfire? It backfired, yeah. He was probably trying to give us a bit of rain, and instead he ended up with cloudiness himself up there in the north.
His aim is off.
It's all his fault. It's all his fault, Grietje.
Not mine. I'm sitting in it.
No, exactly. We're all sitting down, no rain dances. Not on this end. Another rare Embraer. This one is coming in from Hudge, which is Hanover. It's a silent J in Hanover. Embraer 175. It's a boy plane, it is blue, and it is an Embraer 175. You can see if you look at the sharklets or winglets, or whatever they're called, and you can clearly see this one is pointing more outwards than upwards, and it is a bit taller. With the Embraer 190, it's pointing a bit more upwards, not as tall.
But also see the difference between a male and a female plane?
The difference between a male and a female plane has to do with the color. If it is a blue airplane, it's a masculine plane.
Nothing to do
If it is a pink plane,
with
the Adler is a female plane. There are not a lot of female planes in the world. It's for some reason a lot of male planes. Discrimination, yeah, or maybe just
what?
natural selection. Not sure. Here we have an Embraer 190, and we can have a look at the sharklets to see the difference between the Embraer 175. This is arriving from Bristol. 54 minutes on the way. The PHEXE. 8 years old. First flight November 2015. Easy way of discerning the difference. Look at the winglet. Here you can see more upright and a bit less tall than with the Embraer 175. Easy to discern the difference between the two. Oh dear, Andre is freaking out. 3 of them. And also a massive big thank you to MidKS for your super sticker. Pear character exaggeratedly stretching his arm forward to offer a cup of coffee. Thank you so much for that virtual cup of coffee, mate. I will happily accept it and drink it up with enthusiasm. How do you drink coffee? Enthusiastically. The next airplane is an Embraer 175, so we can have another look at that winglet or sharklet, see the difference, really start memorizing how to recognize the difference between those KLM Embraers. This is arriving from Southampton. Nice touchdown. AMS Live, the learning channel, absolutely. Free learnings. Again, you can see the difference here. And particularly when you see the airplane from the front or from the back, it is more easily to see the difference. More outward facing, relatively tall if you compare it with the overall width of the wing. Evelyn says, I thought you were going to say coffee with vodka. Yeah. I thought that spoke for itself, but you're right. Coffee and vodka. That's a mighty good combination.
Does it have a name? Like Irish coffee?
Russian coffee.
Russian?
Russian coffee is coffee with vodka. 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 Hey there, tours to boot. (737) using the reversers a little bit. Tours to Boot asks, did they cut the grass yet? What do you think? Absolutely not, absolutely not. No, the only part that is still decently short is the part where I am always streaming in. It is over here where the grass is pretty cool and short. The rest pretty tall, so if people take their own seats with them and they're going to sit, you are struggling to see them. And you are struggling to see anything of the airplanes taking off and landing over here. Now A380 in 1 hour 22 minutes. That is 11:59. 12:59. That's not good. That's not good. Here we have KLM flight 954, another Embraer 190, 54 minutes on the way from Newcastle to Amsterdam, 14 years old, first flight January 2010. Embraer Fest 2024. It seems like, well, it's always Embraer Fest. Hopefully A321 Neo Fest pretty soon as well. Big picture wise, still mostly blue skies over here. The wind is blowing, feels like from over there, so that is south-southwest. Got some duckies in the water over here. One over there. Another one over there. A coot. Oh, that's the hybrid. Those are the hybrid ducks or whatever they are. Not exactly sure what they are. Also got the Transavia coming in from Ibiza 737-800. Andre is saying that he feels that the Embraers are not so rare. What makes you think that, mate? What makes you think that? Check out how often you see them in the rest of the world. They're just focused here around Amsterdam, but that's just pure coincidence. It's a bit like with the United Airlines 767-400, which is flying disproportionately regularly to Amsterdam, leading you to believe that it is actually a bit a more ubiquitous airplane than in actuality it is. Hey, Ricardo says, I just saw a low-flying DC-3 flying over Wateringen, so the Dakota is also doing tours again. We might even get to see it then over here as well when it is returning and landing on Schiphol Oost. Flying MS Live logo up next. This is KLM flight 604. I'm not sure who it was that was asking about it, but here it is. So it hasn't landed, it didn't land yet. It is about to land. KLM flight 604, arrived from LAX, 9 hours 49 minutes on the way. It is a 787-10 Dreamliner, 3 years old. First flight December 2020. Just Plain Nut says, I was thinking the grass is left long to encourage pollination. Could be. Or pollinators, yeah. Either that or it is a financial question. Financial matter. Undoubtedly, leaving a bee will encourage more bees and whatnot to thrive. I'm not sure if that was their goal, but it could be. It could be a reason. I do know that last year, by now, it had been cut, I think. So they are a little late today, this year. Anyway, we have the first queen coming in now. It is Cargolux flight 6236 arriving from Miami, Florida. Miami, happy to leave the heat from Florida. 8 hours and 9 minutes on the way. 747-400, the LXKCL. It is 16 years old. The first flight of this airplane was in February of the year 2008. Hopefully it's going to get loud. We'll find out soon enough. See if Jennifer Lopez was Jennifer Lopez. Playing in the background of the ATIS. Let's get loud. Bit quiet, eh? Bit disappointing. Bill says a vodka emoji would be a fun idea. It would, wouldn't it? Now I'm not sure how far we are removed from the 700 members. Right now, until we get 700 members and a new slot becomes available, any new emoji will have to be at the expense of removing an existing emoji and replacing a slot of one of the old emojis. Next up, Delta Airlines flight 136. Think, yeah, since I've gone live the first Delta A330 of the show, there was one landing as I was setting up, and also unfortunately missed the LA28 A350 that also landed shortly before I was able to go live. Delta Airlines flight 136 arriving from Detroit, A330-300, 7 hours and 4 minutes on the way. November 814, November Whiskey. Whiskey. 17-year-old airplane, first flight December 2006. Let's get loud, baby. SAS A319 arriving from Oslo, next to land. Sassy indeed. Got another airplane behind it on the glide slope. That is Delta Airlines Flight 162 arriving from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Soda. Evidence says the LA-28 will take off again at 1:10 p.m. So we might get to see it from a distance. Next is the Blank Star Alliance SAS. Well, on Flight Radar it looks all blank. No mentioning of Star Alliance. Mrs. Professor says, I will head off to bed after seeing the Queen. Hope everyone has a great day. See everyone next time. Which I think just came in my window a little bit delayed. Probably Mrs. Professor already signing off then. Thank you for joining. Sleep tight. Hope to see you in the next one. Marissa also back in the chat. Goedemorgen still. 15 minutes of morning left here in mainland Europe. Airports for Life says hi. Good morning. Adrian also in the chat. Good to see ya. SAS Flight 821 returning from Oslo. Winglets, sharklets, whatchamacallits. Buttshot. Sassy indeed, Lois. Sassy indeed. Emiel, goedemorgen. All others who've joined, good morning. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We're standing at Polderbaan. We have wind blowing from the south, landings to the south, duckies in the grass. Life's good in the beginning of September. Temperatures around 20 C, 70 F for those of you using Fahrenheit. One jet, one Queen already landed. One is sitting next to me. One is arriving around 1:30. The Emirates A380. Maybe we get to see it. Was expected before 1 o'clock, shortly before 1 o'clock, but the last couple of checkups. It is approaching the 1 o'clock ETA again. Meanwhile, Delta Airlines Flight 162 arriving from Minneapolis, making a bit of a ruckus over here. A330-300, 19 years old, definitely delivered. 19 years old, 19-year-olds do know how to cause a ruckus, absolutely. Next up is going to be KLM Flight 644, arriving from New York, JFK. Flying AMS Live logo, it is a 7879 Dreamliner. It's the mid-size version, 6 hours and 15 minutes on the way. The PHBHN. 6 years old, first flight January 2018. Quick sip of vodka. What's that smell? Burning rubber?
Ooh. Smelly ruckus.
The ruckus, yeah. How many kilograms of rubber? I don't know for all the other airplane types, but apparently for the A380, 6 kilos. Damn.
I could lose weight that easily.
Well, maybe you should smash into a runway. Give it a try. See how much rubs off. Not sure if it's a way of losing weight you are... Oh, you're gonna give it a go? Okay. Next week. Next up, TUI. Well, Sunwing Airlines flying on behalf of TUI, I should say, more precisely. 737-800, arriving from Ibiza, 2 hours exactly on the way. Canadian registered, 9 years old, first flight May 2015. Transavia 737 arriving from Malaga behind it. That is a proper Transavia. Hey there, Ivan, also in the chat. Goedemorgen, good morning. Now, pinching and zooming out a bit on flight radar. A350 from Corendon is coming. Looks like it is going to be number 4 or something. Here we have Sunwing Airlines flying on behalf of TUI. Beautiful. Now, as you guys can see, the sun is out. We have a big chunk of blue sky. We have some friendly cumulus clouds. Further land inward, looking to the east. This is looking to the south, southwest, the west. And this is looking to the north. We have a Transavia 737 coming in next with a symmetric flight number 6116. Returning from Malaga, 2 hours 19 minutes on the way. The PHHZO, 17 years old, first flight April 2007. Embraer 190 behind it, KLM arriving from Cardiff. And an A320 arriving from Basel behind it. Returning from Boshell with no more bosses. The annoying bosses having been dropped off there. KLM flight 1088, a Britty Hopper, Eastern Airways, flying for KLM City Hopper, arriving from Cardiff, 55 minutes underway. Embraer 190 long range for a 305 nautical mile flight. Hey there, Paul, who says good morning everyone. The weather in Amsterdam is looking better than here in the UK. Yeah, for the time being. We did start the stream with more or less. Well, no, I was arriving here when it was still overcast. As I was setting up, things were opening up, and by the time the stream began, things had opened up substantially. Not sure if it's going to stay like this all throughout the day. I do believe that later in the evening, showers were expected again, but like last night, most of it is going to happen overnight, so more or less ideal. No need to water the plants. Backyard will get adequate amount of rain, and the precipitation will fall only when we are sleeping, so win-win. Britty Hopper pilots have returned from Cardiff. Welcome to the Netherlands, mates. And thank you so much for letting us have a look in your cockpit. That is so kind. Alan has to go, says catch you later legend and crew and community. I hope you all have a fab Sunday and behave, lol. Well, no, misbehave is what we do best over here, Alan, so unfortunately not today. Thank you for joining, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope to see you again soon. Three airplanes on the glide slope with KLM arriving from Vancouver, 777-300 as number 3, the A350-900 arriving from Willemstad Curaçao as number 2, and EasyJet A320 arriving from Boshell, number 1. Flight time 59 minutes. 14-year-old airplane, first flight December 2009. Hey, thought I heard Kermit. Bring in Miss Piggy, let's smoke him out of his hole. Flying with Timster says, weather looks good. It certainly does, mate. Maybe one of the last summer days here in the Netherlands. Savor the moment. Lord knows that the cooties are doing that. Savoring the moment. Doing some cardio. Bit of personal hygiene. Drinking something. Having a light snack. Fibrous snack. Time for two heavy hitters back to back. The first of the two is the Corendon World to Fly A350 arriving from Willemstad Curaçao. 8 hours and 48 minutes on the way. The airplane is a year old, first flight May 2023. Oh dear. Oh dear. K1, what are you doing? No. Hello. Combo shot. Hey Shamara, good to see you again. When I am good, I am good. When I am bad, I am better. I like that phrase. That is a nice slogan. When I'm good, I'm good. When I'm bad, I'm better. Me likey. Now, this is KLM flight 682 arriving from Vancouver. Vancouver. 777-300 8 hours and 30 minutes on the way. The PHBVS, 7 years old, first flight February 2017. And Ricardo is having a toasty cheese with sambal. Nice. So that's a what's it called again? A grilled cheese sandwich, and then with sambal, which is a spice. Is basically a red pepper concoction. Of Indonesian origin, but which really tastes good with a cheese sandwich. Absolutely. Grilled cheese sandwich. That's what makes it even better. Next up, German Airways flying on behalf of KLM, returning from Berlin. Now and again another airplane in the background. That is a KLM 737-700 flight 1294 arriving back to Amsterdam from Billund. Now let's see, third airplane should be on the glide slope already. Probably zoomed in too far. Oh yeah, there it is. Back to the top end of optical zoom, and you can see that there is a third airplane on the glide slope. That is an Embraer 190 arriving from Darlington. Probably a Britty hopper then. Nice linear glide slope shot. Alright, momentarily a bit of shade over here. Shady characters here at Polderbaan. You know it. Let's see, airplane number 3 on the glide slope is a big one. That is a KLM A330-300 arriving from Bonaire. Hadi Dirkie, goedemorgen. Well, afternoon technically speaking over here. But that's okay. Yeah, bit of a letdown, isn't it? That I'm not an automated camera. No streaming 24/7. Nah. Well, talking about rarities at Schiphol Airport, KLM 737 just landed. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So that's the abbreviation. It's just Amai is just an abbreviation for amazing. Amazing. Amai? It's Amai? Oh well? Dirk says, of course, boy will turn 24/7 if the channel gets big enough, right? First of all, the channel will never get big enough to do that. Second of all, that is very unhealthy. Right, Dirk has to go. See you later, Dirk. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you next week, hopefully. KLM flight 962 arriving from Darlington, Teesside, Eastern Airways, Britty hopper about to land. Flying on behalf of KLM. Flight 964, 53 minutes of flight time, Embraer 190 long range, 17 years old, first flight somewhere in 2007. Once again, the glitch from flight radar, just saying the year of the first flight and not the month. Hey, is it Captain Wheelie? No, but it is still a nice wheelie. It's not Captain Wheelie. And Ari is also absolutely right, pretty boring in the night. In fact, there are more times of the day that Amsterdam Schiphol Airport is really boring than that it is interesting. Pretty sure nobody's waiting for a channel to go 24/7, at least not Schiphol Airport. Boring AF. 24/7, sponsored and powered by vodka. Absolutely right, Paul, you know it. This is KLM flight 765, a countdown flight number arriving from Bonaire. A330-300, 9 hours and 3 minutes on the way. It's the Fakka, PH-AKA, what up motherfucker? 12 years old, first flight February 2012. Wind seems to be picking up a little bit. Merinha, bom dia, bom dia. Let's see, Embraer 190 arriving from Bologna, A321 Transavia arriving from Seville, SVQ, Seville, yep, Sevilla. Flying base number 3 to land is Delta Airlines Flight 164. That is an A330 Neo. Can we see it already? Not sure that we can. Crouching behind the laptop screen. Probably not. No matter, we'll see it soon enough. Rafael has to go, feeling tired, still have a little fever, 6 days of isolation with AMS live and chat. Well, take care mate, take it easy, make sure you get well soon. First airplane to arrive is KLM flight 1662, arriving from Bologna, Embraer 190. 1 hour and 37 minutes of flight time. The PHEXD, it is 10 years old. Its first flight was in January 2014. Hey Tiger, morning. Nice to see you again. Hope all is well. Shamara says, is there a light mast nearby? You can be bad and hook up a 24/7 cam and hardwire the charger into the electrics. If you get caught, tell the judge I am to blame. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't work like that if I do get caught. Then again, I might be able to bribe Officer Rudolph and just have him and his mates look the other way. Jose Adam says, can AMS Live be my excuse not to go to work? Absolutely. We've been a source of excuses for procrastination and work avoidance ever since we started the channel. It is something we specialize in here. Feel free to do so. We have a Transavia A321 Neo arriving right now from Seville. 2 hours and 19 minutes on the way. This is the PHYHB. Last letter of the registration is one of the first letters of the alphabet, so this is one of Transavia's own A321s. Brand new, delivered in June this year. Once again, shady figures here at the Polderbaan. The sun has gone into hiding temporarily. Flying with Timster also loves to use AMS Live as an excuse not to work. JD also confirming AMS Live is the best excuse for procrastination. My personal experience. Well, feel free to leave a review about AMS Live, my best reason to procrastinate and whatnot. P2 authority. Well, luckily I don't have the P2. Not yet. Can still manage. Hilarious. Haha. 2 airplanes on the glide slope. Embraer 190 arriving from Goa, Genoa. Thought for a moment. Coming in from India. bit far, but Genoa. 1 hour and 32 minutes of flight time. Easy come, easy go. It's the PHEZY. 10 years old, first flight October 2013. The airplane behind it is a Delta Airlines A330neo. Flight 162 arriving from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Mini soda? No, we only do maxi sodas. Big gulps. Gulp, 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 gulp. Little butt shot. Just a quick one. Just a quick one. Now let's turn back. Delta Airlines Flight 164 arriving from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Already flying in the sun again. A330neo. 7 hours and 49 minutes on the way. 4-year-old airplane, first flight November 2019. Actually starting to get a little chilly here. Luckily I've got a vest with me. Should be adequate to keep me warm until at least the sun comes out again to play. We have blueness in the sky, but also more cloudness. The more blueness is over there to the north. The more cloudness is to the south. Let's see, 2 airplanes on the glide slope. We have a Transavia 737 arriving from Valencia up first, and we have a Vueling A320 arriving from Barcelona behind it. Chili with a Y, Frank. no chili. Chili con carne, chili con cornflakes. Huh. Breakfast chili. This is Transavia flight 6332. It is a 737 arriving from Valencia in España. 1 hour and 57 minutes on the way, the PHHXI. 7 years old, first flight March 2017. Alf Dog is leaving. No. No, just no. No, you cannot. Work schmirk. It's a Sunday. Sunday is supposed to be a fun day. Lame. Lame. Boo. Cannot leave now. I've only just begun. Nah. Now, flying with Timster just became our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Tim, thank you so much for choosing AMS Live. I hope you will like it in the lounge. Thank you so much for choosing AMS Live. It is totally unacceptable, Evelyn. Totally unacceptable. We have to fly over there, smack some sense into that into that lad's brain. Skevi is saying hello, greetings from Cyprus. Hello there, greetings. Tiger asks, is the KLM from Stuttgart already there? Well, we did definitely see one before. Not sure if that's the one you were referring to. Oh wait, no, there's another one coming in next. That's probably the one you were referring to. That is the next airplane after this. This is Welling Flight 8309, which has returned from Barcelona. A320. Is that engine case color supposed to be Sauvel, or has it just gotten really pale? I think the latter, but I think it was supposed to be a bit more saturated. Michael, morning mate, good to see you. Up early again, as always. Trust all is well. Next up, KLM, Embraer 190, SkyTeam livery, arriving from Stuttgart. Yes. Yes, another rare Embraer. 1 hour and 2 minutes underway. The PHEZX, 12 years old, first flight April 2012. We have another airplane visible in the background already. There's a lot to see today. A lot to see and hear. Looks like the airplane is crabbing a little bit now, doesn't it? Maybe we can have a look at the METAR right after the landing of the Embraer 190. Third airplane to arrive is going to be a 777-300 arriving from Panama City. Panama City. Silver SkyTeam Embraer 190. One of a kind. Quick look at the latest METAR will indicate a 12 knot wind from 190 degrees, but we have a lot of variability, so it might be that there is a little bit of crosswind further up north. Few clouds at 2,400 feet. Wind speed relatively constant, 12 knots, 14 knots. It's all been 4 above 4 all the while. Air temperature has risen just 1 degree C, now 20 C, roughly 70 F. Quick copy paste into the ticker. Are they still using the same runways as before? That's also what I'm wondering. Yeah, all throughout the same runway configuration. Interesting, don't see that very often. A lot to see today. Looking very polished. Right from Warsaw. I like that Jerry. Jerry has vodka in his protein drink. That's a good combination. You can put vodka in almost everything. Your protein shake, if your pre-workout, post-workout, yeah. Pre-bedtime snack. I thought I saw a grebe, but you know what it is with those mother duckers. So in that case, let us just focus on what we can see best. KLM flight 758, 777-300 arriving from Panama City. 9 hours 51 minutes on the way. The PHBVV, Victor Victor. Airplane 3 years old, first flight December 2020. Frank says vodka is a good wheel rim cleaner too. Didn't know that. Next up, KLM flight 1354 arriving from Prague, Czech Republic. Check, and another heavy behind it. We can already see it. It is another 777-300. It is KLM flight 622 arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. Another airplane already visible. Third airplane. Three airplane glide slope shot. Damn it! I need some vodka. I'm sobering up. That's not good. Need more vodka.
Maybe I should just go stand there next to you with the bottle in my hand. Pour it in.
My personal waitress. Now that's talking about an offer I cannot refuse.
Why did demotion from queen to a waitress?
Yeah. Dropping in standing quickly from queen to waitress. Not from rags to riches, but from riches to rags. That's not good. That's not good.
12 hours in the Netherlands.
Not good. First up, KLM Embraer 190 arriving from Prague. 1 hour and 9 minutes on the way. 14 years old. First flight August 2010. Flying in the shade. It's a shady figure. Now, 777-300 is coming in, arriving from Atlanta. And also, for some reason, 400 people have liked the stream, and that has caused a cascade of gifted memberships. JD, and also a massive donation. 10 memberships just now by Wolfgang. And also Aphrodite. What the fudge. You guys. Where is Aphrodite's message? Here it is. So that's 20 new members courtesy of Jörg, Wolfgang and Aphrodite just now. thank you all so much for that. You really shouldn't have. Particularly Wolfgang and Aphrodite, who are doing more than enough as moderators already. Jörg also above and beyond, mate. What I hope for is that the people who received the memberships will thank you guys for it. Now, just have to keep going back to the laptop and highlight messages. First of all, Tiger has gone green. 12 months of membership. How could I forget this anniversary? She writes, thank you so much for your continued support as a member and also as a moderator. Although as a moderator you've been MIA a little bit lately. Hope that was for nothing serious. Hope you will be returning to the streams more regularly. We miss you and it's always a pleasure to have you here. I hope you still like being a mod. I hope you still like being a member. And if anything isn't to your liking, do let me know and let me see what I can do about it. Now, Jerome also just now coming in with another bang, 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Jerry. That is above and beyond, really above and beyond, mate. That is just insane. Thank you so much, all of you. I hope everybody who received a gifted membership by any of the gifters will say thank you. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, new members. Don't forget to use those custom emojis. Wow, that is just insane. Now, let's see what else is happening. Iceland Air 767, third for arrival, Marissa says. And in the meantime, we have a KLM 737-800 arriving from Bergen, flight 1164. We have an E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Milan behind it, KLM flight 1614. Nice little room for the mother-in-law over there. Ergonomical, aerodynamic. Thought I heard a motorcycle spool up over there. Beautiful clouds, beautiful clouds. Absolutely. Typical Dutch sky over there. Mike also back in the chat. Goedemiddag. No others who have joined in the meantime. Now, Mitar says 12 knots of wind. This is what it looks like on the scale of chimney smoke. Not too sure if it is actually just 12 knots. Maybe I'm just going a little nuts as well. We have KLM flight 1614 coming in from Milan. E2 Embraer 195. Flight time 1 hour and 24 minutes. The airplane a year old, the PH NXP. First flight was in June 2023. Captain Jerry also has really big knots. Right, it is time for Iceland Air flight 500. It is returning from Reykjavik to Amsterdam. It is a 767-300, which is unfortunately in the latest livery. The clinical toothpaste look, not the prettiest. We have Delta behind it. Delta Airlines Flight 144 and A330 Neo, which is arriving from Bill's hometown of Seattle. Flying with Timster says, do you ever watch from the other side of the Polderbaan? The answer is no. Reason being is that you cannot park in the immediate vicinity and it is a ton of walking that you need to do. I'm already doing a lot of walking when going to the P3 parking on occasion, and I like it when I don't have to walk so far. But in the morning hours, absolutely better lighting from the other side. Hey there, Judith. Judy, sorry. Oh. Oh. Little draft. Got it off course seemingly. Butt shot, nice, 767 butt shot, there you go. Nice big butt from Iceland Air. 767, 300 in fact. Vacating quickly so that Delta Airlines Flight 144 can land. It is arriving from Seattle, Washington. It is an A330 Neo. Flight time almost 9 hours exactly, 8 hours 59 minutes. 2-year-old airplane, first flight June 2022. And as it is coming in, more messages in the chat that I need to highlight. Martin Air, 10 months of membership, celebrating 10 months today. Yes, 10 months membership. Thank you so much for your support, Martin. I hope all is still good in the lounge. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking anymore. 2 months before going green, and Greenpeace will love you for it. Delta Airlines arriving from Seattle, just over 9 hours of flight time. Let's look and listen. Next up, Transavia arriving from Preveza, 737-800. Gives me time to highlight the next message of Mr. Wobbly Hand, who just now gifted 5 more memberships. Mr. Wobbly Hand, thank you so much for that. I hope that the recipients of the gifted memberships will thank you for it. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge new members. For all members alike, goes, use those custom emojis, they're there for a reason. Hey, Marissa says, and Maria as well. They both say A380 assigned to Polderbaan. High five. High five. Yeah. Good to see it over here.
Lucky charm again.
Lucky charm. Yeah, well, maybe you would have to come over more often then.
Maybe I will.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Okay. Leo also back in the chat. Happens to be in Lurking Lounge and we're running out of marijuana. Shit. And the field of wheat just got harvested and all of the wheat has been delivered to Snoop Dogg's coffee shop. Means we'll have to source some marijuana in the lounge. Thank you, Leo, for keeping me informed about it. We need to source some Mary J quickly. This is Transavia flight 5792 arriving from Preveza. Preveza! Let's quickly turn around. We have KLM Flight 744 coming in next. 777-300 arrival from Lima with lima beans. This is the PH BVU. BVU, 11 hours and 44 minutes underway, 6 years old, first flight September 2017. Had to look it up, but here it is again, Mr. Wobbly Hand, who just now gifted 5 more memberships. Guys, this is insane. Thank you so much, Mr. Wobbly Hand. Once more, 5 gifted memberships. Don't forget to say thank you to the person who gifted you your membership. If you are a recipient of a gifted membership, feel free to use those custom emojis. PHBVU arriving from Lima. Craig and Matt also tuning in from Australia again. I'm doing well indeed. Thank you for asking. Hope you guys are doing well as well. Hope you've had a great Sunday so far. Welcome one and all. So, the Emirates A380, it has been assigned to the runway we are standing next to, the Polderbaan. We also have another 747, a 747-8 to be precise, expected around 1:30 p.m. local time. Coots and ducks in the water over here, chilling and having some lunch. What? Now the 747-8 arriving around 1:30 will be the last airplane of today's show. And what a nice treat. The A380 also coming this way. Wind on the scale of chimney smoke. Looks like a bit more horizontal than you would expect with just the 12 knots wind that was indicated in the METAR. The next airplane to arrive is a little bizjet by NetJets Europe, arriving from Ibiza, Embraer Phenom 300. Yeah, where is it? There it is. Tiny Embraer Phenom 300. Slowly in, but surely coming this way. Meanwhile, Edward just became a member again, I should say. Welcome back, Edward. Thank you for choosing AMS Live. And also Designs by Jensen just became a member again. So thank you for coming back to the Aurora Sky Lounge and choosing AMS Live, guys. Hope you guys will like it in the lounge. Now, Leo already informed me that the marijuana is a bit low, so apologies for that. I have put it on the groceries list to get it resupplied ASAP. So maybe you guys have to share your joints then for the time being, if you didn't already do that beforehand. I am on it.
We'll give Snoop Dogg a call.
We'll have to give Snoop Dogg a call indeed. See if we can negotiate a good price for a little resupply. So, Embraer Phenom 300 NetJets returning from Ibiza. Which DJ or famous person will be on board? That's the question. Adrian is saying that the A380 is above Elburg at 14,000 feet, so it is approaching, but still out here. Hey, a little wheelie. A nice little subdued wheelie. Embraer Phenom 300. There you go. It's the CS Phil. What up, Phil? Ah, Snoop Dogg with the livery, nice. Awesome. Evan says I can't use some marijuana because I've been drinking, I'll get crossfaded. Synergy, mate, synergy. Just a better boss. We do it in the Netherlands all the time.
Look where that brought you.
Look where it brought us, yeah, indeed. All that swearing, all that drug use, all that godless behavior.
Wonder why Jesus doesn't land here.
What exactly? Now we know why Jesus is always avoiding the Netherlands like the plague. EasyJet A320neo arriving from Milan. Next to land, 1 hour and 23 minutes underway. The airplane a year old, first flight July 2023. Designs by Jensen says I'm sure boy is sipping on a green pipe behind the camera. Haha. Oh man, it's been years, as in think teenage years maybe last time, really long time ago. Still, growing the plants was nice, which my mom allowed me to do because she was cool with it. Absolutely. Mr. Wobbly Hand says Lisa needs a microphone, I can't hear her. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I can say I it's all just blabber.
It's all blabber and gibberish.
Don't worry.
It's also Flemish. You cannot hear. You cannot understand the words she's saying.
Is er een probleem?
Say what?
Heb je een probleem?
What's that? I'm not. Spreek Nederlands met me. Praat Nederlands met me. Here in the Netherlands we speak Dutch, the best language. Flemish failed. It's a fake language. It's fake. Embraer 175 having arrived from Milan. Little butt shot to boot. KLM flight 1626. Hans not in the chat, is it? Is he? Is it? Is he? Because Welling is coming to town once again, arriving from Alicante. And after that it is a KLM 777-200 which is arriving from Guayaquil. Nice. First up, Welling. KC says, what about Afrikaans? That's even worse. That's just, that's semi-Dutch and semi-English. It's got the. I've just pissed off half of the viewers, half of the world. Alan would be proud. Always need to piss off someone, otherwise the day has been a disaster. Welling flight 1377, if anyone is still watching after after having insulted all the viewers, is arriving from Alicante. A320, 2 hours and 12 minutes underway. Spanish registered, 18 years old. Spanish fought us for 80 years, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't beat us. Money cockpraat lol, designs by Jensen says. That sounds suspiciously Flemish. I think I've heard those words before. Anyway, we have to turn around quickly. KLM flight 751 coming in. 777-200 It is arriving from Guayaquil, which lies in the beautiful country of... Flight time 11 hours and 18 minutes. The airplane is the PHBQP. First flight was in April 2007, making this airplane 17 years old. And the Emirates A380 is expected in 6 minutes. And Peter, it has been assigned to the Polderbaan. It has been assigned to the Polderbaan. I know, right? What the fudge? Oh, Frank is joining the Flemish. Allee, gij verrekt een Hollander. Oh dear, oh dear. Now, next up, KLM, arriving from Leeds and Brabant 90. Now we have an example of a girl airplane. This is the Adler, all in pink. Easy to discern male and female airplanes. If it is pink, like the Radler, arriving from Leeds, it is a ladybird. Adler coming in first. Transavia from Kos in Greece behind it. Marissa says this is the copycat Adler. It's not the real, it's a fake. The copycat, not the original, not the OG Adler. Yeah. Maybe a little bit feverish, hot and cold. Now the air temperature is okay if the sun is shining, but the wind is picking up a little bit, and at moments it is a little bit chilly. Luckily I still have a vest with me. It's going from vest on, vest off, vest on, vest off. Keeps you busy, keeps you busy. Don't lose the Adler, which is the first airplane to land. KLM flight 1020, arriving from Leeds, 53 minutes underway, 16 years old, damn whoa. The beautiful lady. After that, Transavia. Oh, well, thank you, Designs by Jensen, who says, winter is coming to Europe soon, I'm casting a spell. Not too sure if we should be happy about that. Last year, come beginning of October, it started raining and it didn't stop for 10 months. Little butt shot of the Adler. I can't just film a lady's butt. I haven't gotten any complaints of the airplanes yet. So I guess they're okay with it. Don't you feel offended on behalf of the airplanes? They can speak for themselves. That's such a millennial thing to do.
We girls have to stick up.
Girls have to stick together. Ooh, blah blah. Right, it was a pleasure to have you today on the stream. That was also the last time. See ya. Fudge you too. Right. Slowly but surely it is coming. The Emirates A380 already #1 on flight radar according to JD, so yeah. Buckle up. Lovely cloudy backdrop. We can see the third airplane turning in the backdrop. That's an Embraer 175, and behind it will be Emirates Flight 147. The airplane now arriving is KLM flight 1502, which is arriving from Madrid. I'm thinking oh yeah, there it is, the Emirates A380. Nice. Screw that KLM. We've got the bird that we wanted. Now Paul, thank you so much for your super sticker, a pixelated hippo chomps on a 1-up. Very much appreciated, thank you so much for that super sticker, mate. The Emirates A380 on the base leg, we see it in the background, and it is turning in #3 to arrive. Now first up, the 777 from Air China Cargo. No longer the 747, it's been replaced, it's now the 777 freighter. 10 hours and 55 minutes of flight time to get from Shanghai to the Netherlands. The airplane 10 years old, first flight made 2014. Will it get loud? Undoubtedly it will. Beautiful. Now, going back in the chat. Anna, thank you so much. Tiger just now gifting 10 freaking memberships. Another 10 memberships courtesy of another moderator who is doing more than enough to support the channel by being a mod as it is already. You really shouldn't have, but thank you so much. You did it anyway. Hope everybody is going to say thank you for the gifted membership that received one from you. Thank you so much for that, Tiger, and also thank you to JD once again. Third time, if not the fourth time, gifting 5 memberships just now. JD, thank you so much. No. Guys, I need to film the A380. How on earth can you let me do that if you guys keep gifting memberships? Jerry, what the fudge, mate? Where's the message? Where's the message? Scroll, scroll, scroll. There it is. Jerry, thank you so much. Another 10 memberships gifted by you. You really shouldn't have. Everybody, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. I hope everybody who received a gifted membership will say thank you for it. We have an Embraer 175 arriving from Rennes. That is going to land in a moment, but we have the Emirates A380 behind it. Flight 147, #1 on flight radar. 1,352 people are tracking it, more than 1,000 people. Let's see if we can get it above 1,500. We are with a great many. 6 hours and 22 minutes underway. The A6EOJ Echo Oscar Juliet, 9 years old, first flight February 2016. Here it is. The Flying apartment building on wheels, on wings. Coming in.
Kijk, we staan. Let op. Hey, let hem maar op deze.
Alrighty.
Hey, kom, we gaan dichterbij.
Well, in the meantime, a whole group of young children also is watching from the grass here, so you might pick that up on the mic. Here it is, Emirates Flight 147. It's going to get loud, undoubtedly.
Ja, we zijn aan 380 dan. Kai.
Ga denk wel wat bij maken.
Dankjewel.
Well, not a lot of reverser use there. Bit disappointing in that respect. Now, if you guys don't have to be anywhere, stick around for another half hour. We're expecting an Atlas Air 747-8 from Miami landing on Polderbaan in half an hour from now. That is going to be the last airplane of today's show. Definitely worth sticking around for. Those 747-8s often get loud. Now, the A380 grounded also almost always gets loud. Today, not so much. Hopefully the 747-8 will redeem this. We'll get redemption. It is the Emirates A380. If I recall correctly, in a month or so from now, from October onwards, Emirates is going to fly a second A380 to Amsterdam, replacing one of their 777s that are arriving later in the day. So should be nice. 43 minutes after it says. Okay. Let's have another look. Thought it was scheduled to arrive around 1:30. Atlas Air 141, yeah. Okay, well. And Suparna 154. Suparna will be landing on center. Atlas still 41 minutes away. Okay, interesting. We'll see. For now, back to the arrivals. We have Suriname, the 777-200, number 3 now. No, number 2. Hey there, Paul. Good morning, afternoon, afternoon. Check it out. We have a 2 airplane glide slope shot with Welling in the foreground, arriving from Valencia, flight 8353. Behind it is the 777-200 from Privileged Oil, arriving from Paramaribo, flying on behalf of Suriname Airways, flight 994. First up, Welling, arriving from Valencia, and the first airplane to center, also on the glide slope, KLM flight 1186 to Amsterdam, obviously from Kristiansand. JD has to wrap up for today, heading downtown for lunch. That sounds good. Enjoy the rest of your day and lunch, mate. See you later in the week, undoubtedly. Now, privilege stall. 8 hours and 39 minutes on the way from Suriname to the Netherlands. 23-year-old airplane, first flight June 2001. It's the EC. Mwahahaha. Air France, Air Baguette, A319 arriving from Paris. Now number 2 for arrivals. Okay. Center now being used for the arrivals means I will have to update the ticker with respect to runway use, which I will do right after this landing. Wind's a bit gusty. Privilege stall. Sounds like the EPU is on already. Bit hard to see. Oh, we're treated for a butt shot. Nice. 777 butt. I am going to film it, even if I have no permission. I'm still going to film this butt shot. And we have a nice departure in the background. German Airways probably. No, APU not on. Strange sound I was hearing. I thought I could have sworn it was the APU already being on, but you cannot see any exhaust gases, so it probably isn't. Not sure what that low rumble was then, what I was hearing. I'm not sure if you guys picked it up on the mic. I heard some low rumbling and I thought it was the APU, but apparently it wasn't. Now, the dichotomy of looking towards the sea and looking land inward. More cloudiness land inward. And at the beach, beautiful weather. Beach weather. Air Baguette coming in from Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Flight 1640, A319, 45 minutes on the way, all par for the course. 23-year-old airplane, first flight February 2001. Bob has to sign off, time for bed here, very early start. So thank you, Bob, for joining us. Sleep tight. Hope to see you again in the next one. Parallel arrivals now in progress, and I still forgot to update the meter. Let's do that in a moment. So we have parallel arrivals now and departures from runway 24, presumably. Now we also have a parallel arrival to center, which is the SkyTeam KLM 737-900. Now another flight with losers, or maybe not. They don't have anything to lose anymore. They're returning from Toulouse. Lost everything already over there. 1 hour and 25 minutes on the way. Embraer 190, 14-year-old airplane. First flight February 2010. Ils sont perdus tout. Sorry?
Ils ont tout perdu.
Ils sont tout perdus. Ah, learning something new every day. Omelette du fromage. Moi j'aime bien l'omelette du fromage. Right, Flying with Timster also signing off, says take care all, see you next time around. Thank you for joining, Timster. Hope to see you again soon. Where is the next airplane? Pretty far away still. First up, parallel arrivals. More KLM Embraers. This is number 175. That is returning from Frankfurt. Multitasking. Swiping on flight radar. Pinching and zooming. The wind is blowing on the scale of chimney smoke quite horizontally. Not exactly sure if this is the if the meter is still accurate. Let's have another refresh, have a look. Right, so wind is still blowing from the same direction more or less and the same speed more or less. So okay, guess that's just it. Few clouds at 3,000 feet, still 20 degrees C. Not much going on in that respect. Update in the ticker for you guys. And what was runway use again? Let's also have a look at that. It was this weird configuration this morning, and now it is indeed what I thought it was going to be. Runway 24 being used for outbound traffic, parallel arrivals for the time being, us of course being located over there. And we're waiting for the next 747, which is expected in half an hour from now. In the meantime, let's have a look at the parallel arrivals. Hey, why have I lost my manual focus? EasyJet A320 Neos, both to the center runway and to the Polderbaan. This is one arriving from Dubrovnik, and we also have one that is arriving from Palma de Mallorca. Hey, what the fudge? Something going on with the focus. Let's see if we can. Okay, seems to be working again. EasyJet flight 27888, arriving from Palma de Mallorca, 1 hour and 59 minutes on the way. Airplane a year old, first flight December 2022. Wasn't that Jendrosek that said that?
Yeah.
Oreo cookie. Ah. Fellow live streamer in the chat based at Madeira, Madeira Woman Spotter. Good afternoon to you too. Welcome to Amsterdam. Let's see, we have KLM flight 938 in the foreground and number 190 arriving from Glasgow. We have the Red Wine Express as number 2. Number 3 is the E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Aberdeen. And Liwe, also one of the very first members who has gone to 17 months of membership already. Still time flies when you're having none. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Liwe, for everything you've been doing as a moderator and as a member to support the channel. Above and beyond, mate. I hope you still like it in the lounge. I will have to. I know I have to get some more marijuana in the lounge. You told me that. It is on the groceries list already. But thank you so much for everything, Liwe. 17 months of membership. You're one of the first to have reached that. And I hope you're going to stick around for many more months to come. If not as a member or as a mod, then at least as a frequent visitor. Little butt shot over here. We're going to see almost all of KLM's narrow bodies. Embraer 190, Boeing 737-700, E2 Embraer 195 and 737-800 as well. It's all going to be KLM. Let's do a review of the narrow body fleet. First up, KLM flight 1442, the Red Wine Express, arriving from Bordeaux. 737-700, 1 hour and 17 minutes underway. The PHBGH, 14 years old, first flight November 2009. No Wi-Fi on board this airplane, as you guys can see, no humps. Just a sleek narrow body. Hey Jean-Yves, salut mon ami, good to see ya. Here's the E2 with, how many can we see? Three airplanes on the glide slope, lovely backdrop, Dutch cloudy skies as you guys can see. First up is an E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Aberdeen, 1 hour and 12 minutes underway. The airplane is 2 years old, first flight was in March 2022. Big ass engines and no winglets, that's the E2. And a sleek narrow body to boot. Also whines like a whale. Ooh. Deon is asking when the 747 is coming. It should be expected within half an hour from now. In fact, there are two coming. We have a 747 arriving from Miami, and we also have a Suparna that is arriving from Nanjing, I think it was. So we're going to see 747s on both runways almost simultaneously between 140 and 150. So half an hour or so still. This is KLM flight 1512, arriving from Barcelona, 737-800. Flight time 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's the PHBXE, 24 years old. First flight April 2000. Hey, Camille also back in the chat. What the fudge? Both Jean-Yves and Camille back in the chat. I've got such a deja vu feeling. It's been months. Good to have you both back, mes amis. Awesome. Madeira woman spotter has to go. Happy Sunday to you too. Thanks for dropping by. Hope to see you again soon. No, not Transavia. I thought it was Transavia, but zooming in we can see this is Sun Express, arriving from Kayseri in Turkey. Kayseri? Where do you put the emphasis? Hard to gauge. Hey there Martino, who is tuning in from Alkmaar. Greetings to you too, mate. Now we have our next airplane coming in already. It is Shamrock, flight 604, arriving from Dublin, Ireland. Now, what the fudge are you doing, Tiger? Another 10 memberships just now gifted by Tiger, who as a moderator already does more than enough to support the channel as it is. You're also a member already, another form of support. The gifted memberships are really above and beyond. You shouldn't have. You did it anyway. Thank you so much. Hope 10 people will say thank you for it. Now, welcome to the Aurora Skylines new members. Don't forget to say thank you to Tiger for your gifted membership if you're one of the 10 recipients. Also use those custom emojis that are now at your disposal whenever you see fit. Wow. Aer Lingus, Shamrock, flight 604, arriving from Dublin. What? Oh, the registration. IDEF. Oh no, ID. D-double-E. D-double-E. Wow. Now, waiting again. See that the next airplane to arrive will be, the closest by will be going to center, that is this one. Embraer 190, KLM flight 1304, arriving from Gdansk in Poland. Another airplane behind it, that is KLM flight 1270, arriving from Copenhagen. And now I do see the next airplane to Polderbaan, that is arriving from Inverness. Embraer 190, KLM flight 902. Still flying a bit further to the north. And passed it by already. There's the next airplane to the center runway. KLM flight 1270. 737-800, arriving from Copenhagen. Frank asks, Queen still comfy behind you, boy? Yes? Think she is. I think she is.
Just need a little bit more vodka.
Vodka. You need more vodka. Okay, cool. Help yourself. Hey Nicolaas, guten Tag. Tuning in from Darmstadt, in the nearby Frankfurt. Awesome. Now, next up, KLM flight 902, arriving from Inverness in Scotland. 1 hour and 21 minutes on the way. The PHEXB, 10 years old, first flight January 2014. Needs a bit more vodka. Hic burp. Frank is onto you. Frank is onto you. Right, so where is the 747? Where are they? I'm pinching out. Still have to wait a little bit. Hey, Qatar A350 1000 from Doha just entered Dutch airspace. Undoubtedly it is going to land on the center runway, but from over here you can still nicely see it. Right. Let's see, Atlas is now over the North Sea nearby Norwich, Tiger says. So that's why I wasn't seeing it on flight radar, just zooming out a little bit. It is coming though, 20 or so more minutes, should be good. Also the Suparna 747, which undoubtedly will be landing on the center runway, still expected. It's all happening before 2 o'clock, if all is well. This is KLM flight 1932, arrival from Geneva. Again, A737. And there's more of them over there. This is the one with the old standard livery. Straight stripe between the front and the back, dividing the white bottom and blue top. Haha! Thank you Jolly M for coming in the stream to say thank you to the gifter of your gifted membership. That is very nice of you. Adi says Cargolux to Luxembourg is ready to depart. Okay. Only have outbound, inbound traffic now on flight radar. Atlas Queen assigned to Polder. Aphrodite says thank you for confirming that. Cargolux to Luxembourg is still being pushed back, so still not in the vicinity of the runway by the looks of it. This is Air France flight 1740, A320, arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. 44 minutes of flight. 10-year-old airplane, first flight November 2013. Mike is watching from Minnesota, Minneapolis in the US. Great coverage of AMS. Thank you for your kind words, Mike. Welcome to Amsterdam. KLM South, returning from Paris. Air Baguette. Parallel arrivals in progress. And another KLM 737 arriving from Venice. Flight 1630 is going to the center runway. Hey there Lena, goedemiddag. No others who have joined in the meantime. Good afternoon, welcome to the show. Now, parallel arrivals. With the next airplane to the center runway approaching first, Embraer 175, KLM flight 1754 arriving from Hamburg. EasyJet A320 arriving from Milan, next to land on the Polderbaan. KLM flight 1800 from Düsseldorf, number 2 behind this airplane, going to the center runway. Harry Heron just did a flyby, squawking a little bit. Coming back as well. Oh dear. Oh. Bombs away. We're under attack over here. Damn.
You look like a tasty dish.
Ah, nice. Peter is also tuning in, who is living in Akersloot. That's a bit further to the north. So all the airplanes to the Polderbaan are coming over my house here. For me, it's great to see always. Well, thanks for saying hi, Peter. Always nice to hear that. Yeah, you're seeing the traffic a few minutes before us over here. Today it is all coming over your house a couple minutes before we are starting to see them over here. And thank you, Stuart, for your kind words, who says, really enjoying your stream, fantastic camera work and informative chat. How often do you guys stream? Well, weather permitting, I tend to go out on Thursdays through Sundays. Now, yesterday was an exception. I had family matters that prevented me from streaming yesterday. So after today, next Thursday would be the first next day for me to go out, weather permitting. Now, talking about the weather for the upcoming week, it is said that the weather is going to deteriorate quite severely, both in terms of temperature drops and precipitation increases. So I have to see on Wednesday evening probably what Thursday is going to do and if I'm going to be able to go out. That always goes for all days. And we are approaching the more rainy season here in the Netherlands. Hey there, Dagan, which I hope I pronounced somewhat properly. Indeed, KC, it's going to get cold, but at least cold I can dress for. Layers. I've got heated gloves, so even when it is below 0 during the day, I can still stream. That's not the bottleneck. Precipitation always is. Now, the P3 parking garage is a good option to be streaming from when there is a little bit of rain, depending on the wind. Not sure now with the center runway being back in full operation if P3 is always going to be such a very interesting place to be filming from. Obviously, runway 18 left will be used very often for departures, as it hasn't today but normally would be. Runway 27 was in use as a secondary runway for arrivals for a long time, instead of the center runway, which now is in use again. Because of the maintenance and the calibration of the ILS system afterwards, that still needed to be done. But now you can see center runway back in full use. A better stream where not much is happening than no stream, I think. Alrighty, KLib flight 1920 is arriving from Zurich, 1 hour 4 minutes underway. PHBXV is its registration. It is 17 years old and the first flight was in February 2007. Nice backdrop. Meanwhile, it is 1:30 and we are expecting 2 more queens in the upcoming half hour. One will be landing on Polderbaan, the other one will be landing on center most likely. Atlas Air 7478 arriving from Miami. And we have Suparna arriving from China. Hey, Suparna is entering Dutch airspace. Thanks for the update, Afrodite. Peter says Airbus A330-300 Turkish Airlines from Istanbul is also coming up. Undoubtedly on the center runway, but definitely worth checking out once it gets close by. No traffic to Polderbaan for the moment, so all traffic that we can track now going to the center runway. Starting off with this little gem, a 737-700 that is arriving from Birmingham. That is indicative of a runway inspection, I think, commencing pretty soon. Birmingham airplanes would normally land on this runway, and I'm thinking, yep, yeah buddy. The flashing lights, runway inspection in progress. Where did I see the plane? Obviously, Peter further to the right. KLM flight 1044 arriving from Birmingham. Normally would have landed on Polderbaan, but there's a runway inspection in progress right now. And the fact that it is now 1:30 and they are already doing a runway inspection seems to me to indicate that maybe Polderbaan is going to resume as the only runway for arrivals sooner than 2 o'clock. That would be nice. Alfredita says, waiting for the Suparna to get visible on omgevingsinfo to check out the runway it is going to be assigned to. Paul is asking about the current cloud ceiling. Well, there's no ceiling. I think this is scattered clouds. What does it say in the METAR? I think it was scattered clouds. There's no ceiling. Luckily. Lucky us. Turkish Airlines flight 1957 A330-300, 2 hours and 57 minutes on the way to get from Istanbul here. The airplane is 10 years old. Its first flight was in December 2013. Hey, Suparna to Polderbaan. It must be my Belgian lucky charm then. Sitting here, making the A380 and the Suparna 747 coming to the Polderbaan.
That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here for, exactly. Because you like planes, right?
Yes, I like planes.
You like planes. Great, that's terrific news, guys. That means 2 queens still expected as the grand finale, and they're both coming to the Polderbaan. I already thought that the runway inspection round 1:30 was a bit early, so they're probably going to close the center runway earlier than the normal 2 o'clock approximately. Normally speaking, between 1 and 2 o'clock it is parallel arrivals, or at least 2 runways for arrivals are open, and then 1 runway once again from 2 o'clock onwards. Indeed, Wolfgang, the queens come to the queen. They are gravitating towards each other. That's it. Well, okay, so Air Baltic is coming in, arriving from PLQ. Palanga. Right, Palanga, where is that? Is that in Finland or something? Flight time 1 hour and 44 minutes. Brand new airplane, first flight December 2023. Aphrodite says Queen from Miami in a couple of minutes, on her final turn almost, and Suparna still 20 minutes. Yeah, but still already in Dutch airspace, so it's all going to take place before 2 o'clock. Awesome, awesome. Awesome. So while the inspection is still in progress, right now all traffic is coming to the center runway, and means it is a bit further away. And okay, thanks Google, and thank you Paul for sharing that Palangua is in Lithuania. Who knew? Did you know?
I didn't.
Me neither. Maybe I once knew at an earlier stage in my life, but the vodka has destroyed it. It's my memory, yeah. Lithuania. Hadi David or David, goedemiddag. Palanga sounds like a sort of fish. I totally agree with you there. A nice palanga fillet with a bit of lemon juice. Back at food again, absolutely. That's the topic that keeps on giving. Nice little bit of palanga fish. Sassy little airplane arriving from Stockholm, A320neo. We have a KLM 737-800 arriving from Budapest behind it. First airplane to the Polderbaan is already becoming visible. 777-300 arriving from Sao Paulo. Now, flying parallel to it is the Qatar A350-1000 returning to the Netherlands from Doha. So that's a bit of an unfortunate coincidence. And looky here, another queen turning in. Atlas Air 7478. That's just dessert part 1. What? Yeah. We have a live viewer passing by. Awesome. Ja, precies. Want to say hi? Hey! Awesome. Alrighty. Now, nice combo shot, and what's worse is the combo is even more epic, but a bit wide, because parallel to the 777, the A350-1000 from Qatar is flying. Hopefully we can make it into a combo shot. This is the number 6 on flight radar right now, tracked by 500 people exactly. KLM flight 792, 777-300 arriving from Sao Paulo, 10 hours and 47 minutes on the way. It's the PHBVI, 12 years old, first flight June 2012. Flying parallel to it, to the center runway, is Qatar Airways A350-1000 arriving from Doha, which I hope I might be able to combine with the landing of this airplane. And Suparna in 12 minutes, Aphrodite says, thanks for the update. Now, Atlas Air, immediately after this 777-300, so Power hour. This is the Qatar A350-1000 arriving from Doha, passenger airplane. Flight 273, 6 hours and 2 minutes underway, 3 years old. First flight September 2021. Sadly, an airplane we cannot follow for much longer because the next airplane to the Polderbaan is getting ever closer by. It is the penultimate 747 of the show. It is Atlas Air, arriving from Miami, tracked by 652 people. 747-8, or 8 hours and 6 minutes underway. 8-year-old airplane, first flight October 2015. What a stress indeed, Wolfgang. Busy, busy. Busy, busy. Busy, busy, busy. Ryanair is following the 747. And an ambulance as well. Well, we can hear it. It's passing by, pretty close by. Let's first look and listen to the 747. Come on, get loud. You know you want to. Ai, ai, ai. Quiet in the audio department. Bit of a letdown. Hey, Stacy also back in the chat. Good to see ya. Perfect timing. Nice landing though, albeit a bit quiet. And look at just how shiny this livery is, and just look at how clean those flap surfaces are. Even though it is an 8-year-old airplane, still looks as new. And even though it is a wide body, it is giving off the appearance of a sleek narrow body. Atlas carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, on the tail, depicted. Suparna is now flying above Lelystad. Aphrodite is saying, so the last airplane of the day is expected in 10 minutes or so, perhaps. Paul has to go, says thank you, see you next time. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining, and see you in the next one. We're still waiting for the Suparna 747, which has been assigned to the Polderbaan, believe it or not. We had a mother ducker diving under, and I think I must have done something wrong with the focus or something, because once again... How is the 737 louder? It is Ryanair. They always go full reversers. And a tiny puny 737 can be more loud with reversers than a mighty 747-8 without any reversers. Hey, Captain Steven also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hope all's well. We're almost at the end of the stream, but not quite yet. A 747 from Suparna is in the vicinity, and it has been assigned the runway we are standing next to, so bear with me for another 10 or so minutes. Catch the last airplane of today's show before calling it a quit. Calling it quits, calling it a day. I'm doing the same with Dutch expressions as well, mixing them up. I'm in great company. The footballer Johan Cruyff, also famous for doing that. It's a trait. It's a common trait. I think it's a sign of excellence. Well, in the meantime, 2 airplanes on the glide slope. First one is KLM Flight 1006 arriving from London Heathrow. It's 737-800. 42 minutes underway. 24 years old, first flight June 2000.
Can I get a high five?
High five, of course you can. Hey man. Graag gedaan man. Doeg. Nice. Got a couple of youngsters who wanted a high five, or at least one of them wanted one. Now another unfortunate coupling of 2 airplanes, although I think that the one coming to the Polderbaan is leading the way so we can go from one to the other. We have a 777-200 arriving from Rio de Janeiro, KLM Flight 706, coming to the Polderbaan. Flying a little bit behind it in parallel to the center runway is Saudia Flight 215 arriving from Jeddah. That's a 787-9 Dreamliner. Behind the 777 in the top left third of your screen you can see the number 2, which is an E2 Embraer 195 from KLM arriving from Manchester. Oh, what's this? Another airplane coming in. Transavia. Okay. Right, so this is KLM Flight 706 arriving from Rio de Janeiro. It is a 777-200 10 hours and 43 minutes underway. The PH BQC, 20 years old, first flight November 2003. And here we have Saudia, which looks a bit... Right. I think I accidentally did something with the setting and my focus is sometimes lost. Something I need to find out later. This is Saudia Flight 215 arriving from Jeddah. Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner, 5 hours and 34 minutes underway, filled with Jeddah nights. The airplane is 6 years old and had its first flight in March 2018. Ah, that Dutch AF geek was the youngster with my friend. Nice. In the meantime, the 747 is now third for arrival. Thank you for the update, Marissa. Yeah, we can see it already. Suparna is also coming this way. The last airplane of the day, approaching the glide slope. 2 narrow bodies preceding it. E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Manchester up first. Transavia 737 behind it. Third airplane, Suparna Airlines, arriving from Nanjing in China. The last airplane of today's show, ladies and gentlemen. 3 airplane glide slope shot. Take it all in with a sip of vodka, preferably, or Jägermeister. Big ass engines, sleek narrow body, no winglets or sharklets to discern. This is knee to Embraer 195. It's been called whale sounds, but it also sounds a bit like a cat or something. Anyway. I'm skipping the Transavia, obviously, dime in a dozen. Let's focus on the last airplane of today's show. It is Suparna Airlines flight 87411, arriving from Nanjing in China. Still allowed to fly over Russian airspace, and that makes this airplane's flight time 10 hours and 33 minutes. 747 freighter. 17 years old, first flight July 2007. I'm also going to go ahead and say a massive big thank you to everybody for joining me here today. First of all, Lisa, thank you for joining me here again today, and also thank you all for joining me here today. I had a wonderful time and I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for the massive amounts of gifted memberships, guys. That really was above and beyond. Let me have a look when I get home how many we have right now. At 700, there's another slot becoming available, and I'm thinking we are not too far off if we haven't exceeded it already. If a new emoji slot has become available, I will let you guys know, and I will probably throw out another call for ideas for a new emoji and have another poll to see which one you guys prefer to have. A massive big thank you for all the people who became a member themselves. That also sometimes happens. Thank you for the super chats, super stickers, all the other forms of support. Moderators, also a massive big thank you for once again keeping the chat friendly and accessible to all. Let's enjoy the last airplane of today. It is Suparna, the 747-400, arriving from Nanjing in China. Ring ring. Cyclists on the cycling path. There's always so many pedestrians. They sometimes have to do some elaborate evasive maneuvers to get from A to B. Right, I'm going to shut up now. Last airplane of the day. Let's look and listen. Let's hope she'll get loud. We'll soon find out. Holy shit. Redemption by Suparna. We made it. Right. Last highlighted message of the day. Evan, thank you for your beaming face with smiling super sticker. Guys, I enjoyed it very much. I hope you guys did too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I will see you again on Thursday. For now I'm going to say goodbye. See you all soon. Be safe. Bye bye.